Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Solana. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So jumping into the daily chart, I do have the fib set up from the swing low in January to the swing high in May over here. And we do have the impulsive wave target from that fib sitting at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension at $410 or 411 basically. So that's our target by the end of the bull market. Not saying that we're going to get there, but it is very likely, and that is your technical target. So what you can do is you may even go a bit lower than that and not get there, and that's where you enter the bear market. So I would say ideally have your sell orders just below the resistance over here at $411. Before that, you're looking at resistance at $216. That is the previous swing high, the previous all-time high, and it played out perfectly with this fib extension, right? You can see that touch off the 1.414, ideally touched, bounced back off, got rejected, and found support at the 1.272 at $138. Do look for the daily 55 EMA to hold support. That is sitting currently at $130. So if you see Bitcoin correcting, which I do anticipate in October, we're going to have that little sell-off for Bitcoin, at least $7,000 or $5,000 correction, just so exchanges can liquidate those long positions. Obviously, they want those billions from the liquidations. Thus, the altcoins are going to correct as well. We do have a bull flag. So this is our flag over here, this downward channel that we broke out of. And this is going to be your pole, okay? So that's your pole. You started breaking out over here. And no, hold on a second. You placed the pole at the breakout point. That's where you started breaking out. You have a technical target at $278, $79. That is your target from the bull flag, okay? And you're holding support on the daily 20 MA, which is great. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to lose support and to go back into this channel over here, because if you do so, then you're invalidating and you lose support basically of the channel. You're invalidating the bull flag, okay? And thus your target is invalidated. So you want to hold support and have that move towards $281. So that's your next resistance zone. And other than that, that's pretty much it. On the daily chart, I do want to take a look at the RSI. So you do have these two support lines over here. So over here, if you just look at this bounce, 1 and 2 bounce over here, that's on the daily chart. That gives you nice support zones. So perhaps what could happen is we could have a bounce over here. That's where you look to enter Solana. And we do have a nice support level over here with 1 bounce, 2 bounce. So if you lose this support, you're coming back down for this one. That's where you want to put in some buy orders as well. So the daily RSI is a nice way to predict a bounce basically of the price. So if you see it bouncing off this support, that's where you put in a buy order. If it drops below, buy in some more. As simple as that. Now moving to Binance, let's go to the weekly chart. And on the weekly chart, we're still in the overbought. Ignore those drawings. Those are for the daily chart. So you can see that you're holding this 70 zone as support over here, but it's still in the overbought, guys. What you can do obviously is just have a bounce and get overextended for that end of year, and that's where you have your strong correction, as you can see over here as well. That is something that I'm looking at. But if you lose this zone, you're going to find support, and I think this is going to provide you with support. This swing high on the RSI is going to provide you with support. Terrible drawings, but hopefully you get the idea. So you just draw a trend line from that support over there. That's where I think you're going to get supported. You may just, have it horizontal like that. You never know where it's going to bottom out, but you can use the RSI to kind of look at it and see where it may bounce off. Now we're getting overextended on the MACD over here. You can see that the gap between the moving average and the signal line is quite large, and that is usually a red flag. So we can still have some appreciation in the price, but I think the bull market for Solana is going to end prematurely. Obviously, that's not a financial advice, and I hope that's not the case, but you can see on the weekly chart, the stochastic RSI is coming back down. If you end up coming back down over here before December, that would be a nice place to put in some buy orders into Solana. But if we have a reversal over here, that's still something that could happen. So you have to be looking at the stock RSI, because if you see a reversal in trend, that's where you want to be buying, because you're going for that overbought once again, and this is where you want to be selling. So the weekly stochastic RSI is something to keep an eye on. Now, jumping into the daily chart, this is what I wanted to show you as well. These resistance zone over here, I think I showed it on, no, I showed you only support zones. So this is the support zones that I showed you on the previous RSI daily chart, but this is the resistance zone. And what you can do is just come up, bounce off of this, or maybe even without bounce, and you can come up here and get rejected off of this trend line, like we did previously 3 times. So this would be your resistance zone, okay? That's where you potentially can be putting a sell order on Solana. Looking at the MACD, you're confirming a downtrend on Solana right now, going into a bearish cross, obviously after that appreciation, but this is a lagging indicator, so you have to look at it for confirmation. So right now we got the confirmation of the downtrend, okay, and we can be expecting to hold support zones. If we lose support zones, I'm going to show you your levels. On the stochastic RSI, you can see that we're on our way to the oversold. If we get there, that's your area to put in some buy orders on the stochastic RSI. So once you're down below here on the stock RSI, that's where you buy. If you're in the oversold above 80, that's where you sell. Simple as that. The daily and the weekly charts and the monthly charts are the best ones to use for the stock RSI. Now, jumping into the chart, what I do want to show is we have this fib set up over here. This is a different fib from the swing low in July to the swing high in September. And what we've never done actually is we never got a pullback to the golden ratio, to the 0.618. And with the upcoming Bitcoin pullback that I'm anticipating, this is exactly where you can see a bounce, okay? So $91, that is what I'm, thinking of. And that's where you can be putting some buy orders at $91, $92, $93, because usually what you do on a fib retracement, you come up and you get back down and you bounce off the golden ratio for the next leg up, okay? And what I can also do right here is set up another fib from this swing high to this swing low. Just get it. There we go, just like that. So you can see that you're hitting your head on the 0.618 on the smaller fib over here. The technical target from this impulsive wave is $319. So that's another level to be selling. $281 at the 1.414 and $257 at the 1.272. So those are your major sell levels. And obviously we need to get through the previous high. What we can do is just break the 0.618, which would be great because that's a golden ratio. Once you break it, you're clear for taking out the previous high over here. Once you do that, you have your next resistance levels that I just gave you. But if you fail to do that and you get rejected, you're coming back down for support. Hopefully you're going to find that support. Once we get there, we'll see, but I would suggest putting some sell orders at the previous all-time high and at the 1.272 at $257. But always put the sell and the buy orders just a bit below or above the actual fib level, because that's what traders do. They put the buy order above, right? So that it doesn't reach the fib level. It doesn't get your order doesn't get executed and the price goes up, okay? So that's a smart thing to do, is just have the sell orders a bit below and the buy orders a bit above the fib level. That's a little piece of advice that I'm going to give you. And other than that, we're looking pretty good. This technical target from the bull flag hopefully will get carried out. That's somewhere around $280. And that's where you can see a roll off pretty much from this fib level over here, right? The 1.421, the 1.414, and you have a rollover to the previous all-time high. That would be something that you could look at. But, that's just speculation at this point. We'll see how it goes. I give you your support levels. the daily 55 EMA is what you're looking at for a pullback. If we fail, what I do want you to look at is the 150 EMA, okay? Because the 150 EMA is sitting at $86 right now. And if you take a look at this golden ratio, it's sitting at $90 right now. So you may just get that support from the 150 EMA and the golden ratio where I just showed you. So keep that in mind. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Make sure to check out the videos on your screen right now. There is a wallet ID in the description for a USDT TRC20 wallet. If you feel like supporting the channel, then that would be very much appreciated. Don't feel like you have to, but if you could, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.